one thing that is especially difficult for historians to grasp is sound. We can't hear the past. It's mute. We know that sounds pervaded the world that existed 200, 300, 500 years ago, but we can't hear those sounds. I am especially interested in oral communication, along with communication by print. I, by chance, ran across a dossier in the archives. It's pure chance. You often find things you're not looking for, and that's when things get interesting. So I was sitting in the Bibliothèque de l'Arsenal in Paris, going through dossiers one after another, hundreds of dossiers, and one of them said, L'affaire des 14, the affair of the 14. What 14? I never heard of this affair. I opened the dossier, and it began with an order from Versailles, the top of the government, to the head of the police in Paris, find the author of the poem that begins with, and then they gave the first line of the poem, Monstre dont la noire furie, monster whose black fury. That's all the police knew. They had to find the author. It's a long story, but as I went through the dossier, it was like a detective story. The police had spies. They arrested one person. He was a law student, actually. And they said, where did you get this poem? A. He is A. I got it from B. B is arrested. I got it from C. C is arrested. I got it from D. And when D is arrested, he said, yes, I got it from E, but I got 3 more songs and poems from X, Y, and Z. And soon I was able to reconstruct an oral circuit of diffusion. All of it done by word of mouth and much of it by singing, because these poems were adapted to popular songs. But what were the popular songs in Paris around 1750? Well, I later had the texts of many of these songs, literally hundreds of them, and I learned that people improvise new words to old tunes every day. There were no real newspapers, so how did people know the news? By listening to songs. Paris was full of singing.